your weekend, and obviously every day that Earth and your life gives you. I hope you are enjoying it, especially going into the holiday weekend. I am not really doing much. Actually working. Yes, I still work. I don't enjoy it, but yeah, well, once this takes off and I'm consistently profitable, maybe we'll pay all my bills, all that with this. I will be enjoying the freedoms and all that, but yeah, I still gotta work. So, to start off, risk disclosure, as always. I have to say this for my own protection, and for your own protection as well. So, know that when you press the button, you assume that risk on your own. I don't take responsibilities. These are strictly my opinions and my strategies and just the way I engage price. So basically, if you're new, this basically means that you should consider all of the risks before you engage in a trading strategy. There is lots of risk disclaimers online. I'll probably actually, what's the word for it? I'll probably be more specific on this and have my own opinion and my own risk disclaimer, kind of like ICT does. I really like it. It's really nice. But this is just short, sweet, and gets right to the point. And you can obviously find risk disclaimers online to get more into detail, because a lot of people don't know that there's real risk in the markets. You can lose real money. So I strictly am going to do a in-depth market review and predict price action on Tesla stock. So for those of you that like Tesla, long-term, short-term, really short-term, like day trading, it doesn't really matter, but if you like Tesla in general and you're bullish on Tesla and you like what Tesla does, great, awesome. I like Tesla. I want to have my own Tesla. I enjoy them. I've never driven one, but I can tell by looking at them that they are incredible vehicles. Everybody has their own opinion. That's okay. If you don't like a Tesla, that's fine. If you like your own car, that's cool. If you like Corvettes, whatever. It is what it is. It's your life. If you like it, then you like it. But I'm not here to tell you what not to buy and what to buy when it comes to cars. But Tesla is a very liquid stock. It's kind of like the S&P. Obviously, the S&P is going to be more liquid because it has 500 stocks in it that trade daily, every single day. Some of them are not going to be as volatile as the rest. We need volatility. So this in-depth learning is going to teach a few select things that are going to really help you out, and it's not going to take one day and one video for you to figure this out. But I really like doing this because it helps me learn myself. I'm always open to learning new things, because like ICT says, he tape reads and he studies every day. This is always a learning experience because it's always changing. Not like the concepts aren't changing. It's just the markets are always going to have behaviors that you may not expect. So there's conditions in which we are stable and the market is just kind of, I don't know, just not crazy wild. When bad news comes out, that's where things get a bit crazy and you just want to sit on the sidelines and just wait. War is one of them. Interest rates and all that are very, very sketchy when it comes to the market. So in advance, I do apologize for the wiggling of the mouse and the way my computer moves. It's rather annoying to me, but just know that when things are moving around like this, and I'm not actually trying to move it, it's just moving like that. So we're going to start with the 3-month chart. There's, of course, a fly in my house. That's annoying. That's what happens when the summer out. But So right here, I'll start off with this. So we have I forgot to annotate this. So this is a busy, and it's a fair value gap. So we have a buy side inefficiency, or buy side inefficiency, sell side imbalance. I think that's the way it says it. It might be the other way around. I gotta say it like 50 times before I actually say it correct. I mean, I literally go back to ICT videos and I just keep retyping it out. So I think after about a month of talking about them and saying them correctly, which is important to say it correctly, because if you say it wrong, it's like you don't know what you're talking about and you sound like a fool online. So RCT, the way he says it, that's what you go with. So I have not gotten that one down. That is a term that I still stuck with. I know what it is. I know it's a buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. It's also fair value gap. So I do apologize if I'm saying it wrong. Just if you know what I'm talking about, you know that I'm trying to say it correctly. I just need to say it more. So my throat's all scratchy. Sorry. So we have an imbalance here, a fair value gap, right here. So this candle opens right down here, closes up higher. Next one opens up right here, closes higher. Next one opens up, closes up higher. But what does it leave here? Now, if you don't believe that it's there, just look. There's an inefficiency right here. There needs to be an opportunity to be on the sell side. Like there needs to be sell side offer down here. It's inefficient in sell side. And it's also a buy side imbalance. So it's just all the algorithm is doing is just offering a buy model. It's just buying, buying, buying. It's not buying pressure. Nobody's buying. Nobody's pushing the price up. Nobody's doing any of those things. It's just the algorithm. All it's doing is offering buy side. Like it's just offering a buy program. It's just accumulating long positions. And if you go down into a lower time frame chart, you can tell why, and obviously growth. The company is growing too, as well. So obviously more institutions are loading up on Tesla because they believe in it long term. So there's not much with a 3-month chart right here, other than this fair value gap in the form of BISI. Now we'll go down on the monthly chart. I don't think I have anything right here. Nope. So monthly chart, 2 key points that you need to pay attention to is this order block. Bring that over. Glad I labeled these out before I started because it's a lot easier to understand what I'm doing. So with this monthly order block, notice that it's went through the mean threshold. So I'm actually going to mark that down so you can see that it has in fact violated the mean threshold. I'm just going to snap it on this candle. It's really actually quite easy to make the price coordinates perfect. It's really, 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 really nice that TradingView does this. So mean threshold is 262.07. Why is it doing that? Oh, 7. Tab 262.07. Right there. Really important that you have it right there. This is an important level. We're going to type this as mean threshold. So mean threshold. You can initialize it as MT. That's a little bit big. Mean threshold is half of an order block. Now, being that this is a monthly chart, I actually saw him do this where he took the whole candle because it's so beefy. What he means by that, or what I mean by that, is the candle has a lot of body to it. There's very little wick. So I would probably go down here. So I'm going to take the coordinates. and we're going to match it up with our new price level, which is 257.24. Where I'm getting that, 1 second here though, 24, and obviously if you're new here, you probably don't understand where I'm getting that. If you do, that's great. 257.24. So where I'm getting that price level is I'm taking the fib and I'm snapping it to the high and low of the candle, and it's automatically getting me mean threshold, which is right here, this 0.5 level. This 0.5 down here, ignore that. It goes 0, halfway. Let me make sure I have this correct before I start talking about this. So, we got 2 of these. That'll make sense. Okay, I think that's right now. Oh, whoops, sorry. I have 2 fibs on here. That's why I'm struggling here. So you need to. So this Fibonacci, the bigger one, is actually premium of the price leg. So I actually have to go back and show you that. So right here we have an energetic run right up here. Super energetic. We have another price leg up with a short-term high taken out. New energetic price run. We were looking to see if it would respect this, but it didn't. So we expect it to go lower and pass this order block. And that's where you would use the higher time frame chart, which is the 3-month chart. So that's how I got this Fibonacci here. I just snapped it right here. So anything below 50% is premium. And if you were using the monthly chart, you could tell that it was going down in here. So you would have been a buyer in this fair value cap. Go back to the monthly chart here. We're going to take this off though. Go back to where I was actually looking at. So right here. And you'll see 257.24. Half of the fib from 1 to 0 is 257.24. So we got that. We can get rid of this fib. That's mean threshold of this last up closed candle, which is your order block right here. So the mouse is moving around a lot. This candle right here, this beefy up close candle, half of that is mean threshold, which is 257.24. We also have a fair value gap. Right here. I've already used my other mouse, so it works a little bit better. A little fast. Use this one. A little bit more efficient. Oh. So, mean threshold, right here. Man, this mouse is fast. So, right here, what I have marked right here is a liquidity void. So basically this candle opened right here, closed down, and then next monthly candle opened up. This is a monthly chart. In October, it gapped down and it offered no trading in here. There's no trading in here at all. So the market needs to come back in there and fill that in. That way that void is filled in. That is your liquidity void. And then we also have a fair value gap in the form of a SIPI between this candle's low, right here. That's the wick. And then we also have another candle closing down, another candle closing down, and then another candle closing down, which is leaving an inefficiency. So that's a SIPI. Needs to fill that back in. And that would wrap up the monthly chart here. This mouse is way too fast. Sorry, I'm kind of all over the place here. I'm trying to get this mouse coordination on point. I'm about ready to go to my settings and fix this. So, the monthly chart, PE arrays, I have discussed. which is that liquidity void. Where after that, once that gets hit, then we're looking for up here, buy side liquidity, and along the way, we're looking for this fair value gap to fill in. We do have an opportunity to engage price in this fair value gap in the form of BISI. Obviously, the market has offered that, a chance to go in. These light bulbs, ignore these, don't pay attention to these. Just pay attention to what I'm talking about right here. So, when you see the market come up here, fills in this void, violates the mean threshold of that monthly order block, that gives you the confidence that it's probably going to run up here and take out these relatively equal highs. They're really smooth. And if you took the wicks away, you would see that it's really, really smooth as edges that like to be made jagged. That's the whole saying that ICT says, and he's proven it time and time again. So, if you were, just burped. If you were to be interested in buying the market, the Tesla specifically, and let's say you're using a call option, and you're targeting 315. You see that it's worked its way up past this short-term high. It's worked past this short-term high. It's taken up more short-term highs. It just keeps confirming that it wants to go higher. Well, for one, it's definitely not going to go back down in here and treat this as an inversion level where it just, it breaks down and then treats it as resistance and then it starts to trade lower. No, that's not how it works. So what happens here is we get a shift in market structure multiple times, which started right here from this move. I need to drink water here. I think my throat gets really dry when I'm focused. So we have this short-term high taken. Leaves a fair value gap. Gives you an opportunity to be a long buyer. And obviously you're targeting and holding until these relatively equal highs. You are not aiming for all this. You can, but you have to see more sentiment build in and show that it's willing to go higher. So the nice thing about this is we've shifted above this high. We've shifted above this high. We've also shifted above this one. So it's like we have so many confirmations that the market has in fact had a willingness to trade higher. So I'm looking at this as downside was offered, then buy side was offered. It refills in this inefficiency, and that tells me that this is a balanced price range. Now, what I mean by that is it's treating it as that. It does not mean that it's balanced. It's just treating it as that because it's breaking away from this fair value gap right here because it's already offered buy side and it's had a short-term shift in market structure. So it's got a higher time frame PD array that it's after. So this can be treated as a breakaway gap, and then you can put your little check mark right here and say this is a balanced price range because you're not expecting it to come back down here. So that was one thing that really, really just changed the game for me, was understanding what inefficiencies don't fill in and which do. And this right here is powerful. So let's say you're late to the party. And what I mean by that is, let's say you came along on last week's candle right here. You can actually use this last week's candle and this inefficiency to be a long buyer. And why is that? Well, taking out the short-term high, this is being treated as an inversion level. So you're already seeing that this monthly order block right here price is supporting that. It's not willing to reject off of it and go lower. It's just using that as support. Now, he has not taught that, so I can't testify to that, but it's basically showing, like, hey, I really don't care about this down movement. Like, I don't, like, there's no need for Tesla to go lower. Like, there's accumulation. Like, people, like, large entities are basically hopping on the stock like it's like gold or something like that. I don't know, but it's shifted above this, and it's reaching up in here and filling this in. So that automatically should exclude the fact that this is not going to fill in all the way. This is probably going to be a breakaway gap too. So once we notice that that's occurring, we look for the mean threshold to be violated. What do we get right here? Mean threshold. Right there, goes right through it. Now we're moving into a daily chart. So take these levels over here. Mean threshold. Liquidity void. Just like seeing how sensitive it is around these levels. And you'll notice that there's a liquidity void right here. Trades into it. I'm not going to get into the details of quadrants on that. You can actually do that on your own. But you're going to notice that it comes down in here into a weekly imbalance. This is a weekly imbalance right here. This whole rectangle, it's a weekly imbalance. It's returning into it, acts like an institutional order flow entry deal, is all it's acting as. It comes down in there, trades higher, and obviously Friday closes up here, and then we gap up. With holiday trading, I expected not much movement, but we did gap up, which is great. We want to see that. So now we've gotten past all this. What do you think is next? This little fair value gap. That's obviously coming next. I actually can expand that a little bit too. So right now we're going to target the lower one. So right here, you can target the high end of it. You can target the low end of it. It doesn't really matter. But I'm extremely bullish on Tesla. I think it's going to go up here. I think it's going to trade into this inefficiency too, as well. Right now, I know. There's two of them. I expect they to go up there. And ultimately, I think they are going to end the week up above these relatively equal highs. I just think that's going to happen. That just sounds likely to me. And fill in this inefficiency right here. Do I expect the stock to go up to all-time highs? Yep. Yes, I do. I definitely expect that. I am not aiming for that. I've actually been sent a message to a family member, and I said buy down here, and then you would sell above these relatively equal highs. And I can tell you, by looking at Robinhood, yeah, that's a nice little paycheck. So I want to show you this quick. I really like this. So we're going to go over Robinhood here. I hate Robinhood, but it's easy to illustrate profit and loss. So I have a Tesla 180 call added on the 24th. Here. Come over here. Come on. There we go. Gotcha. Okay. So we have a 180 call. Isn't that nice to see? Like, just opens up and it's worth 17% more, or $1,600 more. You can't complain about that. That's nice. But you can see that the date added was the 24th of May. What is today? The 3rd? Yeah, it should be the 3rd. If you don't know it's the 3rd today, yeah, you're not paying attention to the calendar because tomorrow's July 4th. Who can forget? Who can forget the day before that? Who does that? Yeah, probably me. But, so we're looking at Tesla, and ultimately, it turned $3,000 in terms of like options that you times that by 100. So this has 3078. So add a zero to it. It's controlling 100 shares, so it's $3,078. When I added this, that's how much it was worth. 3,000. Now look at what it's worth. This is your profit. This is your return. 255%. The option is worth $10,933 now. I'm sorry, but do you have a job that pays you that with little work? I don't think so. Most jobs that do pay that, you're pretty much working 12-hour days every day, and you're pouring your entire life out, and you're probably not enjoying it. So, I would not be upset with this. This is great. So, that's obviously for people that have a decent amount of money in their trading account, but there is other ways around this. So, if you go to Tesla, click on it right here, you can do a debit spread. I actually talked about this before. Oops. Where'd it go? Okay, so So, sorry, I've said so like 3 times. Here. Yeah. Whatever. Why am I not able to do this? Oh, I think they're just neglecting me. So, if you were to do a debit spread, see if I can do it on Tastyworks. I don't use Tastyworks anymore. It's a joke of a broker. Hate it. I'll type in Tesla. Right here. Sorry, just bear with me. I'm trying to do a debit spread here for you guys. So I'm going to say 400 a share, because I do expect it to go up there. This does require time and patience. So I believe you have to buy, and then you have to sell. See if that's a, nope, that's a credit. Let's go back here. I'm going to go all the way out to, yeah, you can't see my account number, so I ain't worried about it. Let's pull it over. It's going to take me like 20 minutes to figure this out, so if you guys are sitting here watching me and you know how to do it, go for it. It's fine. We have to delete this stuff. So we're going to go out super far with this one. to, let's just say October. We're expecting buy. I think that's the way to do it. That's a credit. I don't want a credit. I want debit. So you're gonna buy it. Is that correct? Yep. Okay, so looks like you are buying a $295, $290 call. So you're buying a call debit spread. It's gonna cost you $200 plus your transaction plus your transaction costs, which are just fees. And then your max P&L is gonna be $297. So that basically means if Tesla expires in 109 days from now at $295 or above, you are going to make the maximum P&L, which is $300. Obviously, it's going to shoot well beyond that, probably, but, you know, you can't ask for too much. But if you guys wanted to engage in Tesla and you wanted to involve yourself in a move like this and you don't have a lot of money, this is a great way to start it. But remember, it's just limited to the profit and loss between the spread. So your max P&L is $297. With a call option, your max P&L is limitless. There is no limit to it until it expires. Then you have to. That's all you get. When it expires, that's all the profit you get. So whatever it's at, that's how much profit. Jesus, that's how much profit you get. Oh boy. So let's try something a little bit different. Yeah, let's try to go out to March. So, gotta clear this. We'll go up to that's a weird spread. So your max P&L would be 139 with this, and your max debit would be 2801. So $30 to make 139. But you gotta wait. It's the only catch. You gotta wait till March 15th of next year. So that's one way to do it. Obviously, there's multiple ways to do it. You have your own choices. But if you wanted to engage in Tesla, this would be a great way to do it if you don't have any money. But I'm going to leave it at this. I don't really have anything else that I want to talk about. I just wanted to do a deep dive on Tesla and give you guys a way to do it. You could also do it with credit spreads too. So, yeah, let's do that one really quick. I'm kind of curious. Oh, whoops. Actually, I want to keep that. So, clear this out. We could do a put credit spread. So, no, that's the other way around. How do you flip this? It's like put credit spread. God, I don't like that. It says put vertical. What does that mean? I don't want to put vertical. So you're going to sell one. You're going to buy one underneath, right? Is that the way you do it? Yeah, I don't know. That's why I just choose Robinhood. Because Robinhood's a lot easier to work with. It actually is more detailed. But I don't really like Robinhood. So you guys can use options whatever way you want to generate income. And just think outside the box. Like, think of everything you pay for. Like Apple stock, garbage bills, electricity bills. Like, just everything in general. Like, just think about how much money you have sitting in your bank account. And once you learn how to do this, take advantage of it. Sell time. There's data decay on all these options. Sell time. That generates income. And just kind of think outside the box. So, if you guys found this insightful, it doesn't cost you anything to hit the like button. I got that one from ICT. Hit the like button. That way I know that I'm helping you out. Because if I'm not helping you out, then I don't know. Like, that doesn't feel good. I want to know that I'm helping you. So, we'll leave it at that. And then I want to show you my transactions for all the stocks that I have. It's a quick little video. 19 seconds of your life. And you just look that over. Just proof that I'm trading. Alright. I'll leave it at that. You guys have a wonderful day and have a happy 4th.